Hey guys, welcome back to Mojo Homestead, where we have had a very busy weekend again.
Yes.
Again.
Yeah.
But I think we're almost out of it.
Almost.
So we just wanted to kind of bring you along for some of the homesteading stuff that we were able to get done this weekend.
Yeah.
And also wanted to talk to you guys about how we naturally kind of keep parasites down in our livestock.
And we want to thank you, of course, for joining our YouTube family. If you have already subscribed, if you haven't, we encourage you to do that and to like and comment on this video.
Yeah, we really do appreciate each and every one of you guys who do follow along with us. That means a great deal to us.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's talk parasites real quick. If you guys have livestock, then you have parasites on your property. Livestock just brings them in. They all have them. The goal is to keep those loads really low so you don't have to worry about them ever becoming a problem, a major problem. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there are new federal laws that are going to prohibit places like Tractor Supply or other pet places selling a lot of these medications for these things over the counter. You're going to have to go through a vet and basically have a prescription to even have access to them. And so for us at Mojo Homestead, with that knowledge being out there and with us now only having a couple of weeks, this being the very beginning of June, before that goes into effect, we like to treat and do preventative measures as much as we can, as naturally as we can, so that we don't have to rely on those medications that are now going to be very difficult to get a hold of, or at the very least, very expensive because they're going to come at a cost of a vet. So all that being said, this is one way that you can naturally treat and help to prevent high parasite loads with this right here, and pine. So this is oak, and we also will give our goats a lot of pine. Both of those have tannins in them. Now there is conflicting things out there on the internet. A lot of things will say that, like, even pine, especially oak, is poisonous or toxic to your goats. So do your own research. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm telling you this is how we do it. Within moderation, they're fine. And we actually will give a lot of pine to our goats, and they've never had an issue. It's the tannins that are in there that will actually kill off and keep those parasite loads that are inside animals very, very low. These tannins are one thing where goats do differ. If you have cows, sheep, stuff like that, they're way more sensitive to this, and probably a good idea to not, or very much limit extreme limitations on how much they get. But hey, but with goats, they're able to handle it just fine. Do your research. Don't go strictly on what I'm telling you. But in our experience, we've never had an issue with our goats having a negative side effect. We've actually had very positive results with the parasite loads and stuff like that. So whenever we do have one that does seem to have the parasite load creeping up, we will give them extra doses of this. And there's only been one time where we really had to medicate one of them just to get those parasite loads down. We do give them to the pigs also. One thing that I will tell you with pigs is that you do have to watch how much you give to them, especially when it's oak, because they will overeat on it, and their bodies aren't going to be able to handle as much tannins as what we have found our goats are able to handle. So you do want to watch that, because it really can cause major health problems in them if they're just like engorging themselves in them. One thing that I would add to all of this is that you've probably heard that people a lot of times will finish their pigs on acorns because it gives them a little bit of that kind of oaky flavor that can get into their meat, which just adds a little bit more flavor to your finished product. Obviously, acorns come from oak trees, but here's where that is okay. green acorns, so young acorns, and young leaves are going to have the highest levels of tannins in them. So the more mature the leaf is, the lower that level is going to be. And by the time the acorns mature and fall off the tree, which is typically what is being given to pigs to finish them, the tannin levels have gotten really, really low, and probably low enough to a safe level where pigs can handle a lot more of the food, of the forage, without getting to that dangerous level of toxicity that the tannins can start to build up to in their bodies.
Okay, so Joe and I are out picking some blackberries this morning. Hey Joe, do you see all these blackberries?
Yeah.
We have lots to get today, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to eat blackberries?
Eat them plain.
How you just like to eat them plain?
Yeah.
We have another busy weekend, so we are out here picking as many as we can, as fast as we can. We have our dance studio. Our girls get to do their show this weekend, which is a Toy Story, kind of our version of the first 3 Toy Stories kind of meshed together. And it's what we do at the end of the year instead of a recital to kind of showcase our dancers and the dances they've learned and all of that in kind of a fun, different way. So I wanted to get out here really fast to pick as many blackberries as I can because I don't want to lose any. I mean, we're going to lose some, but I want to lose as little as possible because I have big plans for these blackberries. They are wild blackberries, so they are prolific. They do a great job on our homestead without having to do a lot of work. You what, Joe?
Don't hold the bucket.
Don't hold the bucket? Okay, you want to be able to put it in there? I have lots of plans for these this year. I anticipate getting, there are a lot of black ones over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of black ones everywhere. We're gonna have to pick again tonight. We try to pick when it's cooler, but I'm hoping to get enough blackberries to make some cakes and pies and to make our own blackberry syrup. I really would like to not buy maple syrup. Maple syrup is pretty expensive, and if I can replace that with the blackberries, that would help. Yep, that's no money wasted. You're right. We also need to make jam or jelly. We to replace all of our jelly purchases, so we are hello. We've already done that with the blackberries we've picked in the past, so I know we'll be good there. To make the syrup and have some to freeze, I need to be picking as many as I can, as often as I can. So I don't want to lose very many. So we're out here just picking as much as we can in this short little time, and I'll get out tonight and pick some more. So we had opening night of our show last night. How was Buzz Lightyear?
I like it whenever I'm being switched to bad guys.
She goes from Bad Buzz to Spanish Buzz. So she gets to do a lot of fun, different things in our show. What was your favorite thing about last night? What did you think went well last night?
I think most of Act 1 went pretty well.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty smooth too, especially for opening night.
Yeah.
So
Act 2 was a little bit rough, but it was still really good.
we have another show today at 2, and then we're done. And so we get to focus more on the homestead and all of that.
All right, so highs and lows.
Highs and lows.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You going first?
Sure.
Go for it.
I'll start with my low because it's kind of connected to my high. So
Okay.
my low was that, so we had our show. We had some pretty rough rehearsals in the theater. It's a new theater. I mean, it's a new theater, a new prop crew, and just a lot of changes. So it was, at first, it looked like it was not going to end well. But my high is that it actually ended up being a pretty good show. We have an amazing group of parents that really stepped up. I have an amazing husband that really stepped up. And it ended up really turning out really well. So I'm very pleased. But it looked pretty ugly there for a minute.
Yeah, but it did turn out pretty.
It did.
You know, put lipstick on a pig and
Oh my gosh. I can't even.
yeah, so I think my high for the week was just being a part of all of that. It was fun. The last couple of years I've had to be on Josiah duty.
Yeah.
And this year he was old enough to actually be involved in the show a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But also not have to have like one of us just with him at all times.
Constantly, yeah.
So being able to kind of get re-involved with something that the girls are involved in, that was nice. That was
Yeah.
nice. I think that my low was just the crazy hecticness of this week
Yeah.
and definitely like just this weekend.
Yeah.
But the show marks the end of dance,
Yes.
which means we can relax a little bit.
Kind of slow down for a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and there was just other stuff that I was doing kind of homestead related throughout the week that ideally, like I wanted to video, but I just was like, there was just so much going on. I don't know. I just,
Yeah.
was just like, I wasn't feeling up to like videoing it. I'm just going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
We did get our baby chicks.
Yes.
And that's one thing I'm excited about. So that's not
Yeah.
really, I'm not putting that into like a high or low category. And we're getting something new this coming week.
That's exciting.
And
I'm
I'm
very
not.
excited.
Yeah, we're not going to reveal that quite yet.
Yes. Another first for our homestead.
Yes, yes. And we are
I'm so excited.
super excited about it.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that one. Thank you guys for joining along with us in our crazy hectic schedule that you guys don't really get to be a part of. Thankfully, be thankful for that.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, we hope you guys have a great week and be blessed.